Welcome to another edition of Cadet Chat. I'm your host, Dr. K, and we're super excited today to have some very special guests from QUEST Elementary School. All the way to my far left, we have Wesley Walk, and closest to me, we have Nora Radford. And they're going to talk to us today about a great tradition at the QUEST Elementary School, one of the many great traditions, and that is the sled race. So we're going to start out with Nora. How you feeling today, all right? Are you excited to be on the show?
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about the QUEST Sled Race, because we've got a lot of viewers. They might go to Northwood or Village, or maybe they're unfamiliar with the tradition of the sled race. Tell me a little bit about it.
It happens every winter, and kids in grades from first and up make sleds, and they compete against each other to see who wins for the whole school.
Oh, cool. All right. So this is one of them. Now, is one of these yours, or are these all your colleagues, other students?
That is other students in our class, and
Okay.
then that's mine from last year, and that's his.
Okay, so is that a strawberry or a ladybug?
Strawberry.
That's a strawberry. What's the name of that one?
Strawberry egg dog.
Strawberry egg dog?
Yeah.
I like it. That's very creative. Now, do you guys know the name of this one? It looks like a Christmas tree meets, I won't date myself, maybe a Pac-Man ghost, which you probably didn't think that was.
They said it was supposed to be a penguin who was stealing the Christmas tree, like the Grinch.
Ah,
I thought it
cool.
was supposed to be.
All right. So now, what's that one over there? That's yours from last year.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
It got destroyed when it was competing in the runoffs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, Wesley, when you go to those, do a lot of the sleds get destroyed?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So half of them, 3/4 of them, a few of them? What do you
I
think?
would say like half of them.
Yeah, half.
Half of them? Wow. Now, so this is, you're giving some expectations on what the sled should look like, correct?
Yeah.
Or you have to follow certain rules. Is it a weight? What is it?
Yeah, you have to be between a certain weight and between a certain length and width.
Okay. So some of them I see have these skis on them. Did yours have skis on them at one point in time, or
Yeah.
no? So you have to have the skis on them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Is this plexiglass?
Yes.
All right. How do you get it to bend?
You clamp them into, I don't know what the tool is called, and then
That's cool. You don't need to know the
take
name of it.
a blowtorch and you bend them.
Wait a minute. You guys are using blowtorches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Miss Butlin does it.
yeah.
Oh, all right. So does Miss Butlin lights it and helps you mold the skis the way they need to be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So now, what was the name of yours from last year?
Arrowhead.
Arrowhead. Nice.
Yeah.
So is this something that every student is really excited about when it comes around?
Mainly, yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Has anybody ever put a motor on one of these?
No, I
No?
don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
No? Anybody put a sail on them anytime?
Probably.
I don't know. Not in the time that I've seen them, all the sled races.
All
I've
right.
never seen that.
Wesley, tell me a little bit about what it's like to be a part of this project.
So I feel like it's pretty neat, actually, because we get to make these from scratch and all the materials we get. I feel like it's pretty neat.
All right. Now, when you built yours, are all those supplies provided by the district? Do you bring stuff from home and implement them into your sled? What do you do?
Kind of. Well, we can bring stuff from home if you want to, and it's mainly, most of it's supplied by the tech lab. So we have a bunch of materials and woodworking supplies.
Wow. Wouldn't it be cool if you built the sled so big that students could ride on them?
That would
Yeah,
be
that's
neat.
what my friend said when I told her about
That's what your
sled
friend
race.
said?
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. You know what else would be really cool? I would love to see your teachers make them and race against you, too. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That'd be fun to beat your teacher with your design,
Yeah.
right? Oh, wow. That's really cool. So how do you learn to make the sleds, and who helps you with this?
Normally it would be like your teacher or Mr. Booth.
Okay.
And they tell us the measurements that they have to be in between and the weight that it has to be in between, and they help us cut it. And because we're not allowed to cut them.
Okay. That makes sense, right? You're
Yeah.
using power tools at school, that would be tough. Some parents might not want you doing that unless you have all the appropriate training. So I'm really happy as a superintendent to hear that teachers are helping you build the sleds as far as cutting out some of your shapes and things like that. So
Yeah.
we can make sure that everybody stays in a good place with all their extremities and everything, right? You know? So you guys are in 6th grade. Holy
Yeah.
cow. Yeah, it's crazy. You're going to be headed off to the middle school. What would you tell students who are coming into Quest about this great tradition? What would they? What would you tell them?
It is very fun to make, and it is a very fun experience to work as a team and discuss your ideas with everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's cool. So, what do you think? Do you think this is something you're going to remember for the rest of your life, Wesley?
Probably. It's
Yeah?
a really fun experience. I like it a lot.
All right. So you said this one was your sled from last year. Now, a group of students works on the sled, right?
Yeah.
So how do you decide who's going to take the sled home when it's all over?
Normally the person who can or who wants to.
Okay.
Like last year, one person in my group couldn't, and then the other one didn't want to.
All right.
So I took it home.
Is there any rules against putting anything like a lubricant or something on your sled so it goes a little faster?
No, I don't think so.
So you can do anything you want, right? You can
Yeah.
experiment different things.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, all right, I know it's really early because you guys are in 6th grade, but, you know, when you grow up, many, long time from now, what do you think that you want to be? What would you like to be when you grow up?
A doctor?
A doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Wesley?
I either want to open a bakery or work at a aquarium.
All right, cool. You know what I love about this project is I think it gives you an opportunity to think the way that you need to think or learn to think in ways that will support you both in achieving your goals. So I think that's really great where there are some parameters, but there's a lot of creativity that goes into it. That's super awesome. So we'll go back to Nora. Nora, tell me a little bit about some of the other great traditions at Quest Elementary.
We do the feast, which is where the 5th and 6th graders make projects based on like the Native Americans and Pilgrims. Like last year we made fortune tellers with jokes on Native Americans and the Pilgrims. And this year we did the animals that the Pilgrims brought to the Americas, and we brought in a chicken and we made a goat.
Cool. You
Yeah.
know something nice? I went out to see it. You guys were all busy. It was really awesome. So a couple things. First thing is, I don't know if she even knows this, but I witnessed Mrs. Butland almost fall in Salmon Creek, just by the way. It was really close. I don't know how she did not fall in. So I thought that was pretty funny. And I'm glad she didn't. I'm glad that she's safe. But the other thing I thought I saw a few years ago, which was really cool, was the fact that you even talked about Thanksgiving traditions and you learned about Thanksgiving traditions in different countries. So do you remember when the year that you guys did that? That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So you could learn about, we have so many students that come from different countries or their relatives come from different countries, and we got to learn about the Thanksgiving tradition, all these different countries and different cultures. So that was really cool. I thought that was awesome. So Wesley, I'm going to kick it over to you. What message do you have for people who might be watching today's episode of Cadet Chat?
That the sled race is a pretty fun thing. I like it a lot, and yeah.
Pretty cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you take a lot of time thinking about the design of your sled, or did you just walk in one day and go, bingo, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a strawberry?
I think it definitely took some time, like me and my group, to really think about this and think of a good idea and how it might work and turn out.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about when you work on a project by yourself, you have what we call autonomy over that project. So you can decide if it's a strawberry, you can decide if it's a banana, you can decide what type of skis it has on it. But when you're working with a team, you can't always do that, right?
Yeah.
So what did you have to do to kind of get where you had to go with your sled? I mean, did you have people with different points of view that had different ideas? And how did you kind of get through all of that?
Definitely different ideas on like the skis and design of it, really. But we kind of just did like what might work the best and design-wise.
Yeah. Well, that's great. You know, I think as you continue to grow as students and then you get out into what we call the real world, you start to have to be able to listen to different ideas and think about different ideas, and then in a very respectful way kind of come to that end point of where you can produce a sled. So you're working on skills right now that are going to just be great for you as you move forward. So that's really awesome.
Nice.
What advice would you give for students who may be interested in building a sled here at Quest?
I would probably come up with a design, like a shape first before you figure out like the colors and the name. Like this year we made a diamond shape, and then we decided what we wanted our design to look like. And I would try to incorporate everybody's ideas. That's what we did this year, which some kids chose something in our group, and then other kids chose other things, and we all added that onto one sled, which was really cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. You know, my father used to always tell me it's not necessarily the end point, it's the joy in the journey. And I used to say, Dad, you don't know what you're talking about. And now I'm a dad myself. I look back and I think it is the joy is in the journey. So whether you won the race or whether your sled blew up in the qualifiers, it's all a really cool experience where you get to build relationships with friends and you get to work towards a common goal. So I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, we're going to close out today's show. I'm going to ask you one more question and then we'll end things up. But is there anything else that you want to share with the greater community about Quest Elementary or the sled race?
Quest Elementary is definitely a fun place. I like it a lot through the years I've been here. It's really fun. Like its traditions and just in general, you get to do a lot of fun things, and I like it a lot.
That's awesome. Awesome. Nora, how about you? Anything else before we shut it down?
I agree with Wesley. Like doing all the traditions that we have is so cool, and like being able to see everybody's hard work, and it's just really cool.
Very cool. So you guys did an awesome job, and I know we have some time left. In kid time, you got some time before you go off to 7th grade. In adult time, it'll be here before you know it. So I want to wish you both best luck when you go across the street over to Merton Williams. I'll make sure to stop in and see you in your classrooms. I know that both of you have the potential to do some really great things. So thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. That's going to draw a conclusion to another edition of Cadet Chat. Once again, I want to thank Wesley and Nora for spending time with us and talking to us about the QUEST Sled Race. Thank you. Have a great day.